the best, the recommendation is always to
Yeah.
submit
I
early.
don't I don't know if you saw that just now, but there was a little flash that said "Go live." You are live.
Yes.
Guess what? I missed hitting a button, so
Ah,
we are now live. We were not
we're
live
live
a
now.
second ago. We are loud live now. So let's have this part again. So these are the things that happens when you have a live show for the very first time, folks. If you didn't notice, for the past maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, me and Bill were just having a private chat.
It was
So,
pretty good
uh,
too. Yeah. And now we're
ladies and
about
gentlemen,
to
this is
go.
Bill Haas,
Hi.
and we're going to be talking to him today and just having a cup of coffee. We'll go through this motion one more time
Yes.
and
Coffee.
talking about FWIFS
FWIFS.
right there.
Fort
So,
Worth
what does
Indie.
that stand for?
This stands for Fort Worth Indie Film Showcase.
Sounds very familiar.
It does. This is Bougie Day. We have done this before. So
So, not to beat a dead horse with an old joke, but so this happens in Fort Worth, does it?
this does happen in Fort Worth. Yes, it does. So, and it's just as funny. I don't know
Just as
why,
funny
but
the second
yeah,
time around.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. It happens
Nope,
in Fort
wrong one.
Worth,
There we go.
um, and it is a annual event. Typically, we go up in July, the third week of July,
Hmm.
and we show as a lot of good films, really a lot of good films. I have a habit of rambling, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stop and just let you lead me through this conversation, so I can get everybody the information that they need.
Okay, so where can you submit your film if you're a filmmaker or yeah,
Or a screenwriter,
or a screenwriter? Yes,
or a
good job.
screenwriter, yeah. Uh, we take films, we take feature films, short films, experimental films, everything but pornography, because children come and that's just not the kind of thing you do in a public arena anyway. So just about any kind of film except pornography, as long as it's well written. Speaking of written, we take screenplays, and this year we've actually started taking stage plays. So filmmakers and writers are welcome to submit, and you can submit through Film Freeway. So Film Freeway, and it's crawling right there on the bottom, right there. Filmfreeway.com/FWIFS. Or is that a backslash? I always get confused.
I'm really not too sure. All I did was right click and paste it down. So,
Yeah. As long as the top of it is leaning to the right, depending on how I'm backwards
that's
on your screen. Yeah. As long as the top of it is leaning to the right, then that slash right there. Uh, uh,
so. What about music videos? Do you guys host
Oh,
music videos?
absolutely. Absolutely. I love music videos. I absolutely love music videos, tribute videos, music videos. It took me a while to understand what a tribute video was when we first started this. But yeah, we do
I have
those.
no idea what a tribute video is. I've never heard of one.
It's well, people who make tribute videos know what tribute videos are. I'm not going to invite a lot of copyright violation uh, in this, but people who make tribute videos, it's kind of like fan video for a song that you like. Yeah,
Oh,
well,
is it?
that's it.
Well, in those videos, are they actually singing or are they lip
No, no, no,
syncing?
no, no. They take well, I guess they could lip sync if they wanted to, but typically what it is they film what would be B-roll for an existing song,
Hmm.
and it's a tribute video.
Are there any standout videos or films that you've had at any of your showcases that wound up getting some sort of prominent attention?
Oh wow. Yes. You say stand out, and I none of them are coming to mind right now as far as titles go. I don't want to misquote anything or mis misidentify anything. We've had that error at an award show where
Oh,
we called the wrong person up and gave them the award. And I am so sorry about that. You know who you are. If you're watching this, I am so sorry about that. Your mom yelled at me over that.
well, that's terrible.
But yeah, so I'm not going to call any names and misquote anything right now. But yeah, there have been quite a few projects that have gotten distribution as a result of not only being in our festival, but we contributed to the whole of their success. And of course, their success was not because they played in our festival; it's because they had a good film that spoke to the distributor and further spoke to the audience. This was an opportunity, just playing in the film festival was an opportunity for them to see the audience reaction, be in the dark room with the strangers, and see their story play out and see that people got it.
Hmm.
So, nobody should submit to our festival or any festival thinking that the festival is going to get them distribution. What the
Yeah.
festival is going to do is give them networking opportunities, give them an opportunity to meet new people, find people they can collaborate with, and sit in the dark room with the strangers while their film plays and get the audience reaction, get answer any questions that may come up, and if you have the additional footage, tweak your film later. A lot of us don't. We shot, and what we got is what we got. But you learn your lessons based on the questions that you get.
And I think Film Freeway allows you to tweak your film. So if you do wind up getting some feedback, positive feedback that works out in a positive way, before your film goes on to the next festival, you can actually update your film
You can.
and submit that as a replacement for what you've already put down, as long as you've noted that this film will be updated. I think that's the case. I could be wrong. Somebody will let me know in the comments later.
Well, we do get films quite often that are and there it's noted that we're still working on the sound. We're
Mm-hmm.
still we still have to do the color adjustments. They just note that and say, please don't hold this against us because we're still working on this portion of it. And I just reply, and that's fine. The thing is, if you're still working on your film and you submit it, you really don't want to mess with the runtime because the
Mm-hmm.
judges are going to be looking at your film and the programming director is going to be looking at your film. And uh, if it's progressing through the levels and on the way to getting accepted, we're looking at plugging that into a specific point in the schedule. And if the runtime gets longer, well, then it throws the entire schedule off. That could actually result in the film not being screened.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no film, no film should ever get longer. Really, it shouldn't. Uh, if your last name isn't Cameron, then
Or
you shouldn't
Coppola.
be looking. Yeah, uh, shorter is great though. I mean, if you make it shorter, if you edit it, you cut a few minutes off, then that's great. That's not going to affect the programming. But
So any
yeah,
filmmaker with the first name Cameron and the last name Coppola feels safe that your film can be as long as it wants.
yeah, it might take us a while to watch it, but yeah.
There was a fellow in England who made a film because he was upset with the fact that they had to pay more for the length of their film to get a rating in the British rating system. The longer the film is, the more you have to pay.
Hmm.
And he was upset with that because he was making longer and longer films. He started off as a short filmmaker and started to increase the length of the films. And he took umbrage with the fact that he had to pay more and more for each subsequent film. So he filmed paint on a wall drying, and submitted an 8-hour film in protest because he knew that they had to watch the entirety of his film.
What what rating did it get?
All ages, I think, is what he got finally for that. But
I I'd like to see the description of that dramatic arc. You know,
I don't think he ever released it. He did it solely for the fact that he wanted them to sit there and watch an 8-hour film that he had to pay to have them review for
okay,
ratings purposes.
oh, okay, okay,
And I've always said that filmmaking is about making the film. So if that's what satisfied him, more power to him.
yeah. Did he do it in one take?
I don't think he could have because there's only so much memory on a card.
Okay,
So
I'd be curious to talk to that editor.
mm,
Maybe you can
yeah,
get him on.
well, I'll have to look for him. I'll have to do a little more
Yeah,
digging.
that's what I want to know. You know, how difficult was it to cut those scenes together? You know, and how do you decide between the jump cuts and the fades, and just what was the
I think
what
it
was the
was one
process?
static shot. He only had one screen grab, and it was a wall, a brick wall.
It might look like a static shot, but that Michael Keaton Birdman movie, that all looked like one shot, but that was just good editing. And so
Yes,
yeah, it might have you don't know if it was one shot or not. It might have even been different rooms.
might have been.
Yeah.
I think it takes longer than 8 hours unless he was using an enamel.
Hold on. You know what? I think the rails are someplace over there, and
Hmm.
we've jumped off of them.
Well, let's take a look at some of these pictures here that
Yes.
I pulled from the website.
Okay. I remember that. Yeah, that was a Q&A from 2019. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember the films exactly. I know that film, Cedric and Deanna there. Yake's in the middle,
Hmm.
answering a question, about to say something very deep. Uh,
I
but I
remember.
don't remember. Go ahead.
I don't remember the specifics of the film, but I know it was a powerful short,
Oh
and
yeah.
it had definitely had meaning to everybody involved, and everybody had something to say about not just their parts in the film, but the overall story in general.
That one, if it's starting to come back to me now, I think that film that he got to us to screen, that one was about a dancer in school. She presented herself as one way, um, um, as far as socially,
Hmm.
um, but she really was, as far as having to put on a tough exterior, but she really liked to dance. And so that film was about finding your inner artist, and because and not being afraid to be who you are.
Hmm.
um, and he does a lot of stuff like that, which just socially aware, make you think, um, make you think about society and yourself. Yake does a lot of that stuff.
Hmm.
Cedric's film, I think that film was Retirement Day,
Yeah, yeah,
which again is a make you think, really emotionally wrenching film, and everybody else up there was associated with one of those two films, I believe.
yeah, and I believe Retirement is what has been pretty successful on its film festival run, isn't hasn't it been?
I do believe it has been, yeah. I mean, he's a great director. He puts out really really good stuff.
Hmm.
Um, you know, uh, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And Deanna, I mean, she's a great actress, so she really did a lot to bring that film out. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's that. And the little kid, I yeah, I think that's Yake's son. We
Uh,
didn't get a good picture of him. Okay.
I
As many times as I've seen this picture, I've never noticed.
the
I never,
forehead. I,
Yes, I never noticed it.
you just drew my attention to it. I didn't notice the forehead
As a
there either.
matter of fact, that's what Michaela's looking at. She's looking at her son. That's the boy go sit down look. You know.
It sure is. It sure is. Look at that. You know,
So
parenting in action. So
yes,
there's a lot of stuff happens. And
yes.
who do
And
we have here?
who we have here are just people, not everybody, but people that have really worked to make the film festival successful. You know, it's not a one man show. It never has been. It never will be. One
Mhm.
person cannot put on a successful film festival. And so, you know, what
Amen.
we have here is just everybody, not, no, not everybody, but some of the people that have worked very hard through the years to make this festival successful, and
Hmm.
more of the same. You know, these are all people that work to make the event fun and meaningful. You know, we do everything that we can as a presenting filmmaker to feel make you feel like a rock star. You know, give you a red carpet, give you an opportunity to interview. You know, like we're doing right now.
Hmm.
You know, online and speak about your film. It's all about the filmmakers. It's all about the filmmakers. The little silicone rings that you can get. I cannot promise you that that's a identification system that we're going to continue as we move forward. But you know, I like those little bands, and I think the filmmakers have enjoyed those little bands. So you know, it's that right there is up in there. But
Yeah,
historically, the last few years, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I've heard more than one filmmaker on several occasions offer up advice on what to give filmmakers as they go from film festival to festival. There are little trinkets that are offered, from wristbands to badges to T-shirts and all kinds of other things. And there's a lot of filmmakers, not all of them, that really encourage you to give them the freebies.
Oh well, you know, they, I mean, those are great. Those are great things to do. I mean, it's goodwill. You know, it's a
Yeah.
sign of love. It's as a festival. It says I appreciate you for coming out,
Yes.
because the point is is not to uh, yes, Calvin. This is me. Uh, I don't have the. I just saw the notification pop up. Do you have Facebook notifications up?
I don't. You know, they should be able to comment at some point, but I don't see anybody commenting on the according to live the stream.
It may have been, and Calvin, you have completely just derailed this conversation because now, um, oh, okay,
It
no,
is live on the Facebook.
okay, it was a
I'm
different.
afraid to turn it on this screen over here because it might, send us into a black hole of oblivion. So
Right.
I'm just going to
Okay.
trust
Yeah.
it.
So we'll not go there. Okay. And it was a different question that popped up for me. Of course, this right here is 2020. We did present uh, during the pandemic in 2020. There was a lull when we thought it might be going away. You know,
Hmm.
it was supposed to last 30 days. Uh, and yeah, it's been a little
Oh
bit
my.
longer than that. Yeah. So,
Well, you know what? I heard over the weekend. I saw a tweet that claimed that what was that? A news organization had said that 60 Minutes showed an interview with Biden, who said the pandemic's over. Um, so I guess if we're to believe the rumor mill, uh, it's all done.
well, hey, I'm ready for it to be done. Okay, I'll go for that.
But yeah,
So
at that time,
this
if
was
you felt,
October. This is the one time we did not present in July. This was
Hmm.
October, and this is actually the last time that we had the festival. We did not do a festival in 2021. We made the decision based on the downward trending, and I did consult with Joe and
Hmm.
asked him what he thought. That Biden, I called him up because he contacted me and said, "Hey, Bill, I'm missing the festival. I can't do a Biden imitation, but he said, Bill, I'm missing the festival. When are you going to do it again?" I said, "What's the status of the pandemic?" He said, "I'm going to give an interview in September of this year, and I'm going to deem it done. And then after that, do what you got to do." I said, "Cool. We're going to bring the festival back in 2023." And so, based on high level consultations, we are bringing the festival back in 2023. And you can find out more at our website, fwnd.com,
Yes.
as it says
Um,
on the bottom.
yes, right at the bottom of the screen. That's what it says
You will not
right
find
there.
the Biden story there
No, no, no.
because I made that up just now.
Well, if he's willing to embellish some stories, then so can you. So,
Okay. Okay. And that's back when I still had a ponytail.
hmm, can't see
Yes.
it, but it's there. I can
Well, I
attest to
can tell
that.
by how
Yeah.
tight the hair is pulled back. So, yeah, that was a ponytail. That was the ponytail period.
Yeah, it's bound to happen to somebody at any time. So
Yes, yes, yes. And those are the medals that we give. Now
those are
for
very detailed and very intri- very shiny.
they're very well designed. They're very well designed. I think you know the person that designed those.
Yeah, we've got a very close relationship.
Yeah,
The metal designer
yes,
did a fine job capturing the whole idea of films and Texas and FWIFS. So
yes,
if it's Fort Worth Indie Film Showcase,
yes.
but you also called it a film festival, why wasn't it FWIF?
Woof, woof, woof. Uh,
FWIF.
well, initially we got the idea. What we're going into is our eighth presentation right now.
Hmm.
Um, it's We started in 2014 was our first one, and initially the idea was to have a boutique type presentation, and we had no idea how how successful or how popular it was going to be. And we thought, okay, it's going to be a showcase of a few films. We'll get together and show an afternoon of films, six, seven, 10, however much interest we get. And yeah, it's going to be a showcase. It's not going to be a festival because, it's not that, it's not all that just yet. Um, and it from the very first presentation from FWIFS one, it exceeded our wildest expectations,
Hmm.
and it has been growing ever since. So that's why it at this point is a showcase as far as the name goes, but it's a
Hmm.
festival. It's a 3-day event, and now coming phase two, might as well say, post pandemic phase two, we're looking at uh, just doing whatever we can to make this thing grow, make it as popular as we can, do as much for the filmmakers as we can, and just continue to grow. And hopefully over time, we can add a day, add another day, and just service the filmmakers.
Hmm.
Just service the filmmakers.
Yeah, and to that point, there's always been a panel discussion on surviving the festival.
Yeah, we have panel discussions, not every year on surviving the festival, but I love I love to have panelists come forward and just discuss different aspects of filmmaking. Uh, I am I'm an actor first. What got me into everything is myself as an actor, and running right neck and neck with that, I'm a writer. So the panels that I am starting to gravitate towards now deal with writing. But anything that's going to help a filmmaker or an actor,
Hmm.
I love to have a panel on that. Hour-long discussions where we have subject matter experts or sometimes it's subject matter think they're experts come in and discuss things. But whether you and you know what, I say that tongue in cheek. Anybody that we put up in front of you, we believe does have something valuable to add to the conversation to make you think. And just
Hmm.
because an expert says that something is one way, even if their last name is Cameron or Coppola, just because an expert says that something works for them and they do something one way doesn't mean that you need to do it exactly the same way. But listen to what they say because it gives you a point to duplicate or diverge from. So,
And that's one of the things that I've noticed with the filmmakers that come back over and over. And you do have repeat filmmakers who every season come back with a new film, a new short film,
oh yeah,
whatever the
yeah, yeah,
case may be. And
yeah.
they want to encourage the new and upcoming filmmakers to not only use this as an opportunity to showcase your film and have it seen by an audience, but to take advantage of the atmosphere that's there. Um, a dozen, 2 dozen films means 2 dozen filmmakers, maybe a couple of dozen producers that are actually there supporting their own films. It's a grand networking opportunity for filmmakers. So even if you don't
Absolutely.
have anything that to showcase, you should go out to the FWIFS and network with those that are there and learn from those who've uh, you know, gone through the school of hard knocks and save yourself a couple.
Yeah, there are multiple relationships that have evolved or come to be as a result of attending not only FWIFs. We do want you to attend FWIFs, but film festivals are happening throughout the year. So after you attend FWIFs, attend another film festival and just do that. Collaborate with people. You meet kindred spirits. That there are several films that I personally have made that have been made as a result of connections that I've made at film festivals. Uh, I meet a filmmaker, you know, as the programming director, as the fest director. I'll meet you as a filmmaker and see what you're about, see where you're from, and somebody that I met yesterday, that sounds like you, talks like likes to make the same kind of films, and you know actually lives is from the same part of the country as you. I'm gonna connect you guys, because
Hmm.
we get people coming in from all over. I mean, we have regular attendees that come in from New York and New Jersey. By the way, I am from New Jersey, so I love it when my Jersey people show up, uh, and have been asked if we're going to do a Fort Worth Indie Film Showcase East, and in New Jersey, and that
That would
that's
be that sounds like a great expanding eastward instead of expanding westward.
yeah,
That's just
go
awesome.
east. Yeah, go east, young man. Well, it might be too late for the young man part, but yeah, we might do a East Fort Worth Indie Film Showcase in Jersey. You know,
Which would be awesome. Bring a little
it
bit of
would
Texas.
it would be awesome. Yeah,
It
it'd
would
be awesome.
change the dynamic of the category of domestic.
It would. Now that you bring that up, we do love to play on the Texas used to be its own country theme. So,
Mhm.
and this is actually a point of confusion sometimes for filmmakers. Um, when any film that's submitted to us that is not made in Texas is a foreign film. Uh, and I've had filmmakers take issue with that from time to time. Everybody's fine and has fun once it's explained, but
Yeah,
domestic films are films that are made in Texas.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, foreign films are made in any of the other 49 states, and international films are films that are not made in the U.S. So, yeah,
Well, I'm glad we got that ironed out right now. You can always defer them to this recording later on if they need a definition.
yes, 30 minutes in.
30 minutes in. Yeah. I think it's about time we start to get close to wrapping this up. Let's take a look at this real quick. If you want to find out more about the Fort Worth Indie Film Showcase on Facebook, you can search FWIFS. If you want to find out what they're talking about at any given moment of the day, you can find them on Twitter at FWIFS. Again, their website is film. Oh, you can submit to them on filmfreeway.com/FWIFS and find them on Instagram at FWIFS and see the things that they've got posted right there. And of
Yes,
course, the FAQ section is updated intermittently, so there's bound to be some new information depending on when you come out there and find out more information about some of the things that went down. So there's that.
I could not have
And
said that better myself. You're amazing. You should do this professionally.
well, I don't know about that, but we'll do it for free as long as nobody's willing to pay me for it.
That's
Speaking of
love.
which, let's pay a bill real quick. Brought to you by DMRHosting.com. Hosting as low as $4.45 a month, unlimited traffic, 5 domains hosted, 500 emails, 30-day free trial, and a free domain if you go there now. So domain DMRHosting.com.
DMRhosting.com. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Last of all, since this is on Facebook, Facebook is always telling me all kinds of good information. So let's say happy birthday to Shanna, um, and also happy birthday to Freedom. And over the weekend, Jax, Paris, and Joaquin had birthdays. So happy belated birthday to you. And if I didn't get your birthday, we're not friends on Facebook, or you didn't put it on to let people know. So that's the
So
only way I'm going
happy,
to know about your birthdays.
but you know it's your birthday. So happy birthday.
Yes,
And if you're
if it is
watching the
your birthday,
recording and today's your birthday, happy birthday.
absolutely, it's a birthday somewhere.
It's always somebody's birthday, you know.
Bill, thank you for coming on and being my first guest and starting the program twice. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. And
Tomorrow we'll be talking with somebody else. I didn't build an outro for this, so um, tune in tomorrow when we talk to somebody else about something over a cup of coffee.
welcome to first. Welcome. This is the first time. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Bye.
Bye. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.